Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, being a willful child and having some fun and not knowing exactly what I'm going to do, but having liked a lot of things that have happened recently. Gonna go for doing some of those things again and pulling out some of the colors that I want to use right now, in spite of the fact that I probably should have done that a minute ago. But in any case, I am going to give myself a few places to start with. I think I should clean that tip out, to tell you the truth, because I need to get more white paint out of that particular bottle than is actually coming. Let me find my black. I think I'm going to just start with my large OXO omelet turning spatula and see how far the paint I just gave myself is going to go. Spread a nice area. And then, since I have one down, I'll move on to another after I wipe off my spatula. Assuming I can get myself to do that, because usually I like to use up all the paint on it. But you have to wipe it off at some point in time. Ooh, there's a chain. Needs to go into the water and a dirty rag. I just did another painting. And I am going to cross over some of that white. Not in this exact moment. The other thing is I squeeze a bead of paint. I pull it one way, it's on the spatula, then I push it up next to the other one. That way I get a fairly clean edge. I don't guarantee it'll stay that way for very long, or that it's even important at this aspect. But there might come a point in time when you want to know how to do that. So I tell you, that is how I do that. I could just do black and white abstracts very happily without doing much of anything. There, I'm done. Yeah, that's cool. I'm happy with that. But that's not the way this is going to work. Because I'm playing with my large spatula instead of my small ones. The small ones are great. They're good for small details. They're good for smaller pictures. But I like the idea of going from the Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas on my Amazon link below the video, by the way. Or ask me for the link if you need one. And this is my OXO omelet turning spatula. I have one clean side and I'm going to use it. And then I'm going to smear it up, schmutz it up. See what happens. I'm still experimenting all the time, every day. Some Prussian blue I want to use. These are colors similar to colors I did recently. There's no guarantee when I'm going to decide to stop, because sometimes it's just good to know when enough is enough. I do like the way the pink sells with the white a lot, but I also want it to go over the edge right now. I did cross that black. I like that line. I don't think I'm going to do anything to that right now. I like putting two different kinds of blue, and that's Prussian blue is the darker blue, and that's a color shift blue, which I think is an anomalous color that I don't know. Oh, look what I did. Okay, that's what I get for not paying attention. I want some more. I don't just want white, I want white pearl. And I want not just white pearl, I want some gold. And while I'm there, I got small bottles of paint to use up, so I'm just going to go for, am I? Yeah? Maybe? And wipe my spatula off in the corner. I kind of liked what was happening there, so I'm going to do it again. Let's see if I can do it again. Let it run down over this time. Gold will sell. So those are great colors for me. I'm pretty happy with those. And I've got this, I see that pink, yes I do. I think it might be time to bring in a little, excuse me, I had two, one by the tail. Bring in the Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. And obviously that color shift disappears with the white pretty quickly. So if I want to leave it thick, I can, because I use GAC 800 by Golden, mixed in with all of my paints. And that makes it possible. for me to leave it thick without worrying about it. Where's my turquoise? You see, I've got a place that could use some turquoise. This is definitely my art therapy day. Just putting colors where I like them. I kind of think I might want a little more there. I hope I'm right. Yeah, that's not bothering me. I'm going to let that come right down over the edge. Probably with a few other things. I'll be going back with some black and white and some gold, I can tell you what, afterwards. So what to do with this? I think some white pearl along one side will tell me what I really want to do. And I love the Prussian blue with the other blue. That did work out okay. Yeah, it's pretty. I think also some purple in there would make me happy. And I have several purples, so why don't I just go for that? This is going to be interesting. It's always interesting, isn't it? And I want to fill in this area with some white. So I'm not sure what order I'm going to do that in, but I guess we'll find out together in a minute. I'm going to grab a different spatula and make sure the one I'm using is clean. And I don't mind having some paint on my spatula when I hit the others, because that will be the catalyst. The white paint on my spatula will be the catalyst for potentially selling them up when they get mixed together. This is not the best one for spreading paint. So here's my OXO omelet turning spatula, and you can see the difference is magnificent. And I don't mind if I have a little schmear. Matter of fact, I think schmear is definitely the tool of choice right now. I would like that paint right there to go over the edge. So I'm just going to use my breath to do that, and my finger to do what doesn't fall naturally. So that's all pretty neat. I didn't do anything with that pink anyway, but that doesn't matter, because I've got tubing. Not only do I have tubing, I have bamboo skewers. Both of those things will spread paint. I want some of the paint that I have here to go over the edge. So those colors are the colors above. And I don't mind if I change them up a little bit. I'm just going to use my skewer to encourage, to encourage paint to come down over the edge. And I'm expecting they will sell again. I like those two dots. I'm not sure that they're going to stay or what I'm going to do with them. They kind of look like yin-yangs for a second, which is kind of neat. Maybe let's see if I can see any canvas showing. I like those two solid black lines, I gotta say. I don't see much canvas showing. I want some more white pearl though. And I don't promise that there isn't going to be some more gold in my future, but I kind of like the gold that's there now. And there's the perfect amount of paint still on my spatula to go over that edge. I'm not certain, 100% certain about this. I kind of want some more, in fact. Yeah, I think so. And I'm getting the idea that I like this also. That doesn't bother me. I take that spatula. Lead it right down over the edge and throw some more paint on. Right now, while I'm thinking about it, which is the way I kind of like to do things, in real life too, when I think of it, because otherwise I have to come back and do it later. And I'm not always thrilled about having to do something later when I can do it now. My husband and I are different in this. I like this, but I want that to go down. And I have white paint there, which hopefully will sell if it's not too dry. It's a perfect temperature day right now. It was hot earlier, and now it's nice. I see that. Oftentimes I will use chain and love chain, but I don't think that I want chain in this because I like what I'm seeing right now. I'm not as sure about these two marks as I was. And I said I wasn't going to use chain. Let's see how my turquoise wants to be dealt with a little bit. I'm really tempted by that other blue. I'll put some at the bottom. See if I like it. Yep, that's what I like. That's exactly what I wanted right there. It's a relatively simple color palette compared to a lot of my color palettes. But I'm trying to just give myself permission to not get overly too involved with things right at this exact second. Create some patterns that I really like. I want to put some white pearl down and then swipe over it with the gold again and see what happens. So I'm going to start with a clean spatula, I think. She says optimistically, knowing she does not have a clean spatula anywhere within sight. Alright, but I have a clean rag and that'll make a clean spatula. So how will this work? Actually, that's pretty cool without doing anything to it. Sometimes that's the way that works. Let's do it again. Yep. I didn't mind that blue at the bottom, actually. I'm not sure why I went back in and got rid of it. I haven't torched. We torched to release some patterns in the paint and also to release the bubbles from shaking the paint. This over here is bugging me. I've got some regular white. Is that it? No, that's the pearl. And I want to do something with that. I'm just not sure what. I kind of think I like it white. That could change in a minute, as things often do. I'm going to call this spontaneous abstract expressionism, which I don't know what the difference would actually be between it and not spontaneous abstract expressionism, which is pretty much always still spontaneous abstract expressionism. I'm tempted by the basting brush. Yes, I am. I am tempted by the basting brush. So let's see. Do I want to do that? Let it go right down over the side. It's a very similar effect to chain. Except for then you can also use the residual paint on the basting brush. I don't mind that at all. I kind of want some more though. Ooh, and I wound up getting lucky and finding some other spots on the canvas that needed to be covered with residual paint. What else do I like here? I like... yeah. I love that blue. That color shift blue is amazing. I'll be very sad when I finally run out of it. I'm not sure how much more stuff I need in here. I don't want a lot more. I do want that schmutzy area that's driving me bonkers right here. I think the solution to that might be since I have not torched yet and made sticky the surface. I said that backwards. I'm still schmutzing. Oh well. I kind of like the schmutz I got though. Better than the schmutz I had. If that makes any sense. So I'm gonna see if I can blow it out. And what'll happen when I do that, I don't know. It looks like I've got sort of a naked spot right here, and I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet. I could just see what will happen when I put white paint right there. And take a dirty skewer and roll it down over the edge, because I suspect that's all it will take to add a little bit of color to that area. My other edges are looking pretty good. It is sort of an acquired skill set to be able to cover your edges and do painting at the same time. I don't know how much more I want. I don't see an awful lot more that I want. And then I change my mind. There she goes again. She's doing it again. I don't know that the pink will show up, but I'll have a nice printable photograph of the wet version should anybody ever want one. And I should tell you guys what I usually tell you, because I'm getting close to the point where I'm going to torch again. Did I torch yet? Oh, they're all blending together, the days. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I liked doing it very much. And I see, what do I see up here that I want? Either some white to fill in. Use my basting brush, that'll work. Alright, so I've got about 2 minutes to tell you what I need to tell you. I don't really need to tell you, but I like to tell you that you can shop my Amazon link below the video and find the OXO omelet turning spatulas, and you can find the book I wrote that shows the first 100 YouTube videos that I recorded and the dry artworks. I am going to leave that little spot there. I don't know why, it's just kind of cool, but I have a couple of white spots here too, and I could add a few more spots somewhere else if I was really interested. Maybe one gold one, 2 gold ones over there. Maybe not. So I have a crib sheet, so I will tell you what's on my crib sheet. In the last 20 seconds of the video, you will see my playlist mentioned, my website shown to you guys, a subscribe button, and the 18 by 24 inch, at least if the contest is still going on. If it's before February 28th, the contest is still going on. You'll see the prizes for the February 28th drawing. If you are a contributor through PayPal or Patreon, you'll be automatically entered if you have an updated email address. In the body of my video's description, you will find my paint pouring recipe. I got stuff to do. I'm going to try and do it and talk at the same time, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. I have Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook volumes 1, 2, and often 3 that are all of the wet and dry artworks from the YouTube videos. I have a bunch of Facebook pages, including groups, Expressionist Art Studio Appreciation Group, where people who are working with fluid acrylics will often go and join and share their work with each other and with me, and that's a lot of fun. We have a good time. I do teach classes at the house. I do sell my artwork. If you're ever interested in either one of those things, just contact me through YouTube, and I will be happy to get back in touch with you. I'm really tempted. Oh, that's it. I got a minute left. I'm really tempted by one more dot. Excuse me while my timer goes off. I wasn't sure it was going to stay white. Alright, so I love you guys, and thank you all for the contributions in the past that have kept me painting. Give me a thumbs up, please, if you wouldn't mind very much. It helps my placement on YouTube occasionally, and that's much appreciated. I don't know what else I need, if anything. One more, come on. In any case, so I should straighten this out and torch, and you will be gone. And I want to say I love you like I always do, because I love you. There's probably very close to, I know there's over 37,000 of you, but there might be 38,000 of you shortly. It seemed to come pretty quick. Like I said, I torched to get rid of the air bubbles in the paint. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. saying please come again. If you like my videos,